Hey y'all, it's Jay Grand. I'm still alive, okay? Mommy life is going great. Mommy life is going great. Royal is fat. She's getting big. She's healthy. I'm still breastfeeding. I am 3 months. No, it's 2 months. I am 2 months postpartum. Yeah, so let me tell you. So, I wanted to do more of a story time because everything happened so fast in the labor delivery vlog. Like, I just feel like at one point I was just like, you know what? I ain't even gonna finish this because these contractions is just, my mind is gone. Like, I can't even focus on the vlog because these contractions hurt. Because if you watch the vlog, I went the whole 10 centimeters without an epidural. So I felt every contraction. So, yeah. So basically I just wanted to go over and give y'all a story time about like more details and like get into like how I'm feeling now and breastfeeding and stuff like that. So, if you watch the vlog, I was supposed to get induced on a Tuesday, but my job, I didn't want that to cut into like how my maternity benefits go, because if you get maternity benefits or whatever, you have to wait until you have the baby in order for your maternity benefits to start. So I didn't want like to cut into my week of getting my benefits. So I was just like, you know what, this is happening today. This was on a Saturday, November 7th. And I called my OBGYN nurse, and they tell you to call your OBGYN nurse if you feel any contractions, blah, blah, around 39 to 42 weeks or whatever. But always call your nurse if you feel anything before that. So I called her on a Saturday, and I was like, yeah, I've been feeling contractions. She was like, how many weeks are you? I was like, 41. And she was like, oh, well, just go to the hospital. This is on a Saturday. I was supposed to get induced on a Tuesday. So I ended up going to the hospital, and at first, my doctor was like, yeah, you know, usually we send you home until your induction day. But since your induction's on Tuesday, we're just going to keep you. So I was grateful because I was ready for her ass to come out. Okay. So yeah, going on Saturday and pack all our stuff, got all my stuff together. We get there. They took me to, there was 3 rooms. So I get there, they, you know, do all the admin stuff. Well, I pre-registered, so I didn't have to sign any papers and all that stuff, because when you pre-register, they already got you in the system. You just ready to have the baby. So they put me in the triage room, and I'm waiting here until they get the like the induction room ready. It's not the labor and delivery room, it's the induction room. So I'm waiting in the triage room, and that's where they do my COVID test. The COVID test isn't that bad. Like, they don't do the long one for pregnant women, because they feel like, well, I guess at the hospital I went to Holy Cross in Silver Spring, Maryland. The hospital I went to, they just did a little short one. They did boop. It wasn't that bad. Like, it really wasn't that bad. Like, it felt like, you know how you accidentally like cleaning your nose and you go too high? That's how it felt. So they do that or whatever, and I'm there for like a couple hours. Then they finally like, okay, we have a room ready for you. You can move into the induction room. So when I get into the induction room, and this is where they're going to start me on the Cytotec. There's many ways to get induced, and you can look that up on your own time, but I'm going to tell you the way I got induced. I got induced by using the pill Cytotec. And Cytotec is basically, used to be used as an abortion pill, but now it's used on like women in the 40 and 42 week period for induction. So it basically softens your cervix and gets everything moving down there. And you do 8 rounds of this. 8 rounds of this tiny pill. Only made it to 4, but I'm gonna get to that. So they start me on the first round of the pill, and while I'm in this room, the induction room, he's like, I could eat or whatever. So he let me eat, and that was great because I was hungry. And they was like, I asked the lady, my nurse, and she was like, some people, they're here for 3 to 4 days. And I'm like, 3 to 4 days? No, baby girl needs to come tonight or tomorrow or something, because I didn't sign up for 3 to 4 days, because that was my whole point of coming early, so I can leave early. So, yeah, she told me that. I'm like, okay. I did the first round of Cytotec like around 4 or 5 or whatever. So, it's a little pill, whatever, and usually it takes a while for it to kick in. Well, it depends on the person. So, give me the first round, didn't do anything. I didn't feel anything. So, I had to wait. You're supposed to take it every 2 hours, but I had to wait the 3 hours because they had ran out. So I'm like, damn, this must be high demand pill or something, because they ran out. So, yeah, so I had to wait three hours. So that's like around 8 o'clock. I get the next pill. Next pill, still didn't really feel anything. I'm like, still having Braxton Hicks, like kind of contractions, not like nothing hard or whatever. So like around 10 p.m., they gave me the third pill. And the third pill, I'm like, I'm starting to feel them, contracting. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel something going on down there. So closer to like 11:30, 12, around the time I'm about to get the next pill, I start feeling them more intense and more forthcoming. So then, like around like 12 a.m., they gave me the fourth pill. 30 minutes into that fourth pill, my contractions was bad. Like, I was in pain. Like, that hurt. It hurt. And, my mindset, like, I really wanted to do a natural birth or whatever. And all the blogs that I watched, they were like, get your epidural because the contractions hurt. And I'm like, I got a high pain tolerance. Maybe I can take it. The contractions hurt. Any part is gonna hurt. I asked her, did she have any pain meds? Because this is why I didn't have the epidural by this time. So they told me I couldn't have the epidural until I was uncomfortable. Like, and I had to get the epidural in the labor and delivery room. And mind you, I'm in the induction room, not the labor and delivery. I'm in the induction room. So they was like, until I get uncomfortable and they feel like I'm like around 4 or 5 centimeters, then I can go to the labor and delivery room, and then I can get the epidural. So this is how I went, because my body was like, all right, we ready to go. Let's have this baby. So around 12 o'clock, this is my fourth pill, mind you. There's supposed to be 8 rounds of you taking this pill. So I'm like, okay, like my body is really taking this well. So around my 4th round of pill, I called my nurse or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm really feeling these contractions. Can you come check me? Because they don't like to check you that much, because they don't want to keep putting their finger up there, because it can cause infection and unsanitary, blah, 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 blah. So, it's not their finger. They use a glove. But yeah. So she checked me and she was like, oh my gosh, you're 5 centimeters. And I'm like, I'm 5 centimeters and you ain't giving me no epidural? Like, I'm 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters, usually females on the floor dying. And I'm like, okay, because when you're a first time mom and you're going through this, you don't know what is too much or what's supposed to be too intense. And I told you I got a high pain tolerance. So 5 centimeters, she was like, I was really taking it well. She thought I would be in more pain. So this is when she starts to hurry up, because when you're in the 5 centimeter range, things can happen real fast. So she's like, okay, let me go get the labor and delivery room. Since you're 5 centimeters, we gotta hurry up so you can get the epidural, blah, blah, blah. So it take her 30 to 45 minutes to get the room. Like, mind you, my contractions are bad still, and I don't have an epidural. So it takes her 30, 45 minutes to get the room. I'm in so much pain. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's a blur. Like, okay, so she come get me, wheel me to the room. She asked me to get up, walk to the bed. I remember that, get in the bed. Then she's like, okay, so the anesthesiologists, these are the people that do the epidural. They're kind of busy right now, so they'll be here in a couple of minutes or a few minutes. It takes them like 30, 40 minutes to come and give me the epidural. So by this time, I know I'm like 7 centimeters. They didn't check me or anything because we were just waiting on them. So I know I'm like 7 centimeters or something because I'm in so much pain. Like it's ridiculous how much pain I'm in. So the epidural people probably finally come. By this time, my contractions are like maybe 2 minutes apart. So I'm like, maybe I'm like, I don't know. They didn't check me, but I'm just giving an estimate. I know I'm like 8 centimeters or something. So it takes like 15 to 20 minutes for you to get an epidural. Like it's not just a boop, you're good. No, it takes, they have to clean, they have to sanitize. They have to clean, they have to sanitize. They got to get everything ready for, because it's basically, they have to sterilize the area because it's like a surgical opening or something. So it takes like 20 minutes for them to put the epidural in. And 20 minutes when you're having full-blown contractions feels like 3 hours, more than like forever. So after they give me the epidural, told you this is like 20 minutes of them putting the epidural in my back. Then she's like, oh my gosh, hurry up and lay down when knowing you're in pain, because I'm like in pain, like trying to tell you I'm in pain. So she's like, hurry up and lay down because epidural works with gravity and you have to lay down in order for it to start working. So I lay down and they start to get a little bit softer, but they weren't, like, I could still feel them. Like that shit was contractions. Like I still felt them. And she said it takes 30 minutes for the epidural to kick in. So then she's like, okay, I'm gonna check you so we can see where we're at. She checked me and she was like, oh my gosh, you're 10 centimeters already, have a baby. I'm like, so you mean to tell me I done sat here through these whole contractions by myself without no epidural for you to tell me that we ready to push and have the baby? I'm like, okay, it's cool. So basically, honestly, it's a mind thing. If you like mentally are like, yes, and it's basically all a mind thing. If you feel like you can do it, you can do it. But yeah, so with the whole time without epidural, and they're just like, okay, we're ready to have a baby now. I'm just like, okay, ready to push without epidural. Okay, I'm gonna do the G thing, you know what I'm saying? So, are you full? Sometimes she just likes to sit here and play. Like, I'm not playing with you, okay? Can you hurry up and eat? I think she just wants to be around me right now. So, yeah, so they're like, okay, we're ready to have a baby. So they're like, okay, ready to have a baby. And I'm just like, okay, ready to push, so you know what I'm saying? So, at this point, after they say you're 10 centimeters, like a flood of people just ran in the room. Nurses, doctors, I don't know, just a lot of people. The only thing I remember is my doctor is a skinny black guy, and when I open my eyes, it's a tall, big white woman in front of me talking about something. That's the glove. We're ready to have a baby. I'm just like, where's my doctor? Like, dude, you was the complete opposite of my doctor. But when you in so much pain, none of that matters. You don't care where your doctor at. Just get the baby out. So, yeah, everybody flooded in. They propped me up, to put my legs up. They were like, they had to break my water because my water still wasn't broken at this time either. So they broke my water, got me ready. They was push. I pushed for like 5 minutes and then boop, she was out, all happy and all healthy. She cried for like 10 seconds and then she was like, what's up, y'all? Like, I'm out here. I'm like, girl, you took long enough, like, for real. She was long overdue, okay? Long overdue, okay? But yeah, that's basically it. We're still breastfeeding, so that's going good. Let me know if you want me to make a breastfeeding vlog. Well, I'm gonna do that anyways because I feel like it's so important, especially for Black women, because we don't really have a lot of support with breastfeeding. Like, they're always stereotyping us and forcing us to get formula. Like, we're not strong enough, but you can do it if you put your mind to it. And I got you, sis. Just let me know if you want the video. I'm working. I do work like 90% remote and then like 10% in the office right now. So I can show you what I do to pack up milk. Not pack up milk, but store milk. I don't really pump at work because I'm not at work that long. I'm in there for 8 hours. So usually some women, they pump at work just to keep their supply. But since I'm not working every day, I don't really feel the need to pump at work right now. And she has plenty of milk, like plenty of pump milk in the freezer. So that's what we've been doing right now. And so yeah, that's basically my story. I can't really think of anything else that I feel like is important. Afterwards, like right after I gave birth, all the ice packs and all that stuff, I didn't really need that. I told you, but I have a high pain tolerance, so I was literally like up and walking and feeling great, like back to normal, like I would say 2 to 3 weeks after. So it all depends on your pain tolerance, and if you know, I didn't have any pre-existing any conditions, so I healed pretty fast, and I'm only 22, so like my body was just up and ready and at 'em, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't really think of anything else. What else can I say? I can say that I would not be able to do this without my now fiance. I can give you a video on that later. But he helped out a lot, especially with postpartum. Like the first week, it's hard to not walk, but you're like really sore. So like sleeping, you already have a baby, and then on top of you, like still being uncomfortable it can be a lot. But if you have the right person, a partner there, mom, sister, whoever, just if you have somebody that could be there, have somebody that could be there. And especially if you're breastfeeding, because she I'm not going to get all the way into that, but she woke up every 2 hours to eat for the first 2 weeks. And it could be a lot because nobody else is able to feed her but you. So, and then you don't have no pump milk, so it's no, oh, grab a pack out the freezer. It's none of that. So you want to say hi? You want to say hi, Stinky? Hi. You say hi, Stinky. So yeah. But yeah, let me know if you need any more advice, because I didn't know what to expect this whole process. And I will be. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate comments because it lets me know what I need to talk about next. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Also, if you want my fiance to make a video for the dads and how to like help, because right now with COVID, like there's only one person allowed in the room, and he was like literally so helpful. So if you want the dad to, my fiance to make a video for dads, how to help and stuff like that, or how his experience was, let me know in the comments. And yeah, bye bye for now. Bye, Thingy. Bye bye, Thingy. But yeah, peace.